is 1879, but it is a history not our own. The guns of the Civil War are silent thanks to an uneasy ceasefire between the forces of the North and South. The Great Quake of '68 sundered the California coast, revealing the superfuel called ghost rock. This in turn powered an age of new science, driving men mad with ambition and something else altogether. The United States is divided into 6 nations in a constant state of conflict. Meanwhile, malevolent and sinister forces work from an unfathomable realm to twist the wills of men to their vile machinations. But one thing remains the same. You live by the gun, you die by the gun.
Welcome to Deadlands Reloaded, The Flood, our Wednesday night Savage Worlds phenom, really sweeping the nation. I don't know if you've heard of the League of Gentlemen Explorers fever, but a lot of folks have caught it, including yourself, clearly, if you're here right now. But I am your marshal this evening and every evening, Will Thompson. And with me are a prestigious assortment of my friends and fellow adventurers here in the annals of the Weird West, right? And so, it has been a couple of weeks since we last convened, and it was a pretty momentous occasion. Now, not everybody here is, of course, intimately familiar with the lore of the Deadlands universe, but it would not be an overstatement, a stretch, right, to say that at the end of last episode, they met perhaps one of the most monumental figures in all of the Deadlands themselves, Dr. Darius Hellstrom, PhD. He's a renowned British explorer and inventor that traveled India for a time, right, before discovering a small patch of ghost rock in Africa and then devoting his life to it. After the Great Quake of '68 sundered California and revealed large troves of ghost rock, he came to America and set up a base of research in the city-state of Deseret, now known colloquially as the City of Gloom, due to the perpetual green-black smog that lies in a thick haze over it, and perhaps the thick haze of religious indoctrination as well. At any rate, Darius Hellstrom was one of the participants in an event known as the Great Rail Wars. Right? There's several corporations, right, and wealthy individuals attempting to be the first individuals to connect the coasts east and west via a rail line. There has been fierce competition between these companies throughout the years. It's been going on now. Sabotage, dark arcane secrets. It has been a sinister and perfidious goal to connect these two halves of the country. And it seems as though Darius Hellstrom is on the verge privilege of doing so. You guys won an invite out to this moment in history, having accompanied a associate who is no longer with us to a scientific exposition. Him having won first place, and you guys having proved your merits as hired guns, were asked out. That was, well, months ago, to be frank. You guys got a little sidetracked with cannibal clowns and crazy preachers in a carnival town, and, well, drug-dealing charlatan snake oil peddlers, and just about everything else in between. But, you did finally, eventually, mostly through happenstance, happen across the tunnel that Darius Hellstrom was digging under the Sierra Nevadas to connect the rail lines in secret. And that is essentially where we found ourselves at the end of the last section. You guys having made connection with Darius Hellstrom aboard his personal train, the Good Intentions. And you guys had a conversation in which he informed you he was glad to take you into his employ. He was there in his private armored caboose in the presence of one Lacey O'Malley, reporter renowned for their reporting in the Tombstone Epitaph. Right? All of you were ushered out to, go make camp and get provisioned, with the exception of one Joe Doggett, which Darius Hellstrom asked to remain in the caboose when my wife ran into the room and declared we have an emergency, and I panicked thinking one of my dogs was dead, only to discover that it was slightly gassy. But that is neither here nor there. What is both here and there is that we were in the middle of that meeting with Darius Hellstrom, Joe Doggett, when he had announced
Indeed we were.
that he was quite aware that your father was looking for you. That's not the right. All right. Well, it's very saloony in here all of a sudden.
All right.
Depositing a $5,000 reward, union, in fact, for information relating to your safe return. Now, I, being a man of means, am not disposed to be getting in other people's businesses. I have my own goals here. But I bring this to your attention because, dear girl, if it does make itself an issue, know that I will have no problem in turning you over to your father if events should lead to have me believe that it could in some way impede what I'm attempting here. So as long as you don't make yourself a nuisance and you keep dressing down, right, I suppose everything will be all right.
Catching that threat, Joe's just gonna she feels kind of awkward, or not awkward, just like hands caught in the cookie jar, kind of, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is kind of, I guess, the first person that's recognized her, so I appreciate your keeping it quiet.
Discretion, yes.
Discretion. I not want to cause any trouble, sir.
Well, that's good. And so long as you... Huh?
Is he LDS or Mormon?
No. No, I mean, he pays a
okay.
little lip service, but no, he's not a religious man at all.
Okay.
At least not in that regard.
She was gonna start throwing out the brother and like all that shit. So.
Oh no, yeah, we definitely fall on deaf ears with this guy. Yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah,
oh, brother Hellstrom, thank you. No, actually, yeah, let me ring him up. Yeah, no. I said you were supposed to keep it on the DL. You talking about your magic underwear? No, this isn't gonna fly. No.
Yeah. My friends and I, we are not. We don't want to cause any trouble here. We came because you asked, and we don't have any reason to cause any trouble. So
Excellent. So we're in agreement.
yep.
That's fantastic. Please make your way outside and speak with Mr. O'Malley. He'll be very interested to hear all of your stories.
Should just kind of perhaps straight out. So.
Excellent.
And then as soon as she gets out, she's just gonna let out the biggest like, and just, oh my god, yeah.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna say she was gonna fart, and I'm like, well, I mean, that was good that you didn't, you know.
I mean,
you had the manners in front of him.
She has reason she could.
Holding that in the caboose the whole time, part. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I had this pulled up, I swear. I was like, oh man, I'm so prepared, and now I can't find. There we go. No, that's the map. God, I'm so bitch. Give me a second, guys. I'm good at this. There we go. All right. Sorry, get along. 1 second, guys. Meet Dr. Hillstrom. We did that. Excellent, excellent. So. Why is that not finished downloading? Uh-oh. That's good. We have a cave here. That'll work. It'll be a little drippier. But, all right, you guys are outside of the good intentions now. And O'Malley, the reporter, gestures you guys to the campsite, which is just, you know, it's a bare spot of earth. But, you know, it's a spot you can lay out your bedrolls. And you are offered food and water and wine, if you like. You can't help but notice it's a good bit of distance from the main work effort, but that's not terrible considering that it looks like dust and noise. And yeah.
How's the wine? Is it like good or is it like cheap? Like
it's cheap. It's like the wine he brought for the workers, you know.
Okay, gotcha.
And Lacey O'Malley, the intrepid reporter, right, has accompanied you guys and is very interested in hearing about how you came to the tunnel. Like what adventures brought you here? Seriously, if you were, you know, called by Professor Hellstrom himself, you must have a unique set of talents. What about you, mister?
I ain't much for talking about my talents, more for showing them. Ain't a whole lot we can do down here, though.
Quiet, man. Gunslinger type. I like it. I like it. Man, a few words. Rugged individualist. I can see it out on the frontier.
Yeah,
Lets his gun do his talking.
Precisely.
And when it talks, it barks and bites, right? Yeah, excellent, excellent, he says, scribbling in it down. And, how about you, ma'am? He says, pouting to Joe. What's your deal?
Nothing noteworthy. Just run-of-the-mill cowboy.
Run-of-the-mill cowboy. Cow-gal, more like.
She's just gonna shrug.
I can see it. We got a woman having shorn her feminine wiles for the rugged savagery of the West. It's a picture that paints itself, you know? She sacrifices some of her innate beauty for the subtle ennui that is the experience of being alone on the hills, right?
I mean, there's really nothing interesting about my mister. You don't need a...
Oh, no, it's poetic. Proper poetic.
She's gonna just look at, like, Victoria and be like, this dude for real? Like, what?
I share, like, a same glance, like, yeah.
And what's your deal, senorita?
Oh,
Look, I don't much fancy speaking to a man who sells others for words and coin.
Hey, I sell stories, not people.
But you get to betray them in your stories, correct?
Betray them? Have you ever read the epitaph? Hey, we're on the up and up, lady.
Right.
Do you think Darius Hellstrom would have me here as the only reporter on the scene for this momentous occasion if I was not reputable? I'm taken aback a little.
Alright, well, what are some of your credits?
Well, first of all, I write page 13 of the Sunday edition in the Tombstone Epitaph.
Oh, 13, not 12?
Everybody knows page 13's where the action at.
But it's not the centerfold, is it?
Well, no, but I mean, you know, some people prefer words over pictures. I can understand why that might be a difficult concept for some. Moving on, how are you doing, lady? What's your deal?
Nothing. I honestly, I ran across the tree out unless that's kind of it.
Just a hanger-on, huh? A greenhorn. Out looking for adventure. Well, you've certainly found it, missy. Here, in a couple of days' time, y'all are gonna be witness to history.
Yeah?
It'll be bigger than Gettysburg.
I bet.
Hooray.
JD kind of scowls at that comment.
It should be noted that Gettysburg has multiple implications here, as it was the battle in which the supernatural showed up, and boy, fucked everything up. Everything up.
Yeah.
They chose Gettysburg as a moment to be like, hey, we're here, we're evil, get used to it. Like, I mean, yeah. So yeah, bigger than Gettysburg is kind of like saying bigger than 9/11 or whatever. You know, if 9/11 was done by demons.
Yeah.
But, well, I guess I'll look for a story elsewhere, chums.
That'd be great. Very much.
This,
Give me a notice roll.
Okay.
For the Joker bonus.
Jeremiah, Delilah. He knows more than he's letting on.
About us or
Everything. It's a, the whole intrepid reporter thing comes off as a bit of an affectation.
Okay, weird. Noted.
But,
Interest?
give me
Don't.
a common knowledge roll, everyone.
Key.
Victoria and Jeremiah, you both are aware that a Lacey O'Malley does write the page 13 column of the Tombstone Epitaph, yes. Pretty renowned. Barely,
is that just like general news or is it like,
no,
is there
it's like the Weekly
specifics?
World News, you know?
Okay.
Like, it does a little bit of, you know, actual news, but there's lots of stuff that people dismiss as Batboy, Mary's Princess Di, you know? Like,
Gotcha.
it's the same kind of deal, yeah.
Are these writers, are they objective? Like,
Yes.
As they were in the past? Okay. So they're not really...
It's not a newspaper that people read and they're like, this is where I'm learning about world events, right? But it is not
Gotcha.
a newspaper... I mean, some people take it seriously, you know?
So
And
is it
it's-
like National Enquirer?
Yeah,
or...
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Alright.
Like, they talk about fantastical stuff that nobody believes. You know, like nose ferrets
Okay, that
and
makes
prairie
sense. Okay.
ticks and...
Entertainment versus
Mhm.
actual versus
Like, some of the stuff they talk about, you know, like, Jeremiah has read, for instance, an article about the Black Regiment, right? they're a supposed undead Confederate army that wanders the battlefields in times of great crisis and carnage, and they fight
That
everybody
sounds
that
cool.
fights, right? The Tombstone
Yeah.
Epitaph has read about that. So, if you were living back then, and you were the kind of individual that'd be like, hell yeah, undead Confederates, right? Then you would be, yeah, oh yeah, it's 100% legit. But if you were the kind of person that was like, Joe Doggett, that's like, that is swamp gas and dirty Confederate uniforms, right? Like, then no, you wouldn't take the Epitaph seriously at all. But, you guys get a few hours to hang out at your camp.
Fun.
Till about 10:30 at night. Not that any of you outside of a pocket watch will be able to tell. You are well disconnected from daylight at this point. The greasy black oil lamps providing the only light source in here. Should be noted, too, it's about 80 degrees.
Ugh,
Thick,
Ooh, it's
dusty,
warm.
humid. Yeah.
nasty.
Isn't it cold on the outside world?
Yeah, but you're
Is
a
it-
few hundred meters underground at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Victoria's gonna go and pray.
That, Victoria, is going to be surprisingly difficult. There is one tunnel with a rail line running through it. The walls are fairly smooth bore. An hour you have to get away from people and do your hoodoo. I'm not sure. Describe your plan. How would you... Mind you that there are the automaton guards posted at the perimeter. Rail cars come and go.
Right.
You definitely slinging chicken blood with candles going. You know, people are going to be like, what the fuck? You know?
You do it in the time.
Currently, how are we situated as a camp right now?
You are clearly currently one side off to a rail line. There is 15, 20 feet of space on either side of the rail line. Big circular tunnel.
Okay, the most she can do is what I kind of have planned out is that she'll just go a bit away. Obviously not enough to like alert the security people, but just like to lay out her essentials. It's not gonna be the best, and you might have to make me roll for it, but it's fine. It's gonna be very small.
You're gonna, how many chickens you got in that prison wallet? That's all I'm, you know?
It doesn't even have to be like a big chicken. I could like.
Oh, yeah. No, you can set up a little shrine and people can be like, oh, she's Catholic, you know?
Exactly.
No, I'll allow it, but I will require a voodoo roll out of you, or a Santeria roll, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they don't mind.
Dope.
Anyone
I was
else?
kind of
gonna-
imagining it like how people who practice Muslim faith kind of like roll out a carpet
Yeah.
and just pray. That's essentially what she's going to do.
You have a little tiny chicken on a keychain.
Exactly.
Little vial of blood for emergencies. Yeah.
Just dip her thumb into it, you know.
Right,
pretty
yeah.
cute.
All right. Anybody else have anything planned before we, move on to nothing?
I think that Delilah would want to go check on Joe because you could tell something's off. No. She's got that heroic hindrance where she wants to ensure everyone's safe and okay.
Hey, Joe. How do you
Yeah.
feel about Delilah Starr walking over and being like, you all right?
Ma'am, I'm doing just fine, thank you.
Inari,
And she's just gonna, I'm assuming she's just sitting back, like, I want to say there's like the kind of the 4 logs set up with like a campfire in the middle. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
well, yeah, I'm not sure
Okay.
there are log. Well, there'd be railroad ties, sure. Yeah, railroad ties set up around a little
They're
fire.
all leaning up. I'm assuming JD's already trying to start. He's snoozing, kind of laying back, and so Um, Joe's just leaning back on the tie-in. Not sleeping, but not really looking like she wants to go to sleep either. So, but yeah. So, I'm doing just fine, thanks.
No. Women in the West kind of have to stay together. I know you haven't known for very long, but if there's anything.
You're gonna have to speak
Anything
up just a little, Mary.
Oh, let me move my mic. You know, if there's anything else that you need at all, like, I'm happy to help. And seeing that she's not very welcome, she'll probably just go back off by herself. But other than that, that's kind of it. Just wanted to check on someone.
She didn't want your lip gloss.
No.
I was just still kind of. She's not super trustworthy until right now. She's still kind of like.
Feeling her out.
Yeah. Because. Yeah.
There we
Makes
go.
sense.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, it's a few hours later when Charlie Buckner walks up, the head cowboy that led you to the Hellstrom establishment. And he points a thumb at one of Hellstrom's two milky-eyed fellas with the Gatling shotguns. He says, well, Dave says trouble's coming. He has a sense about these things.
What do you mean by trouble?
Reckon we'll find out when we see it. Y'all been hired on, though.
Oh. All right.
Well, you hired on, or you hang out in the penal wagon. I mean, you got the two options as far as we're concerned here.
I'd rather be able to point and shoot. So thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, come on then.
Are we getting paid for this?
Yep.
Or have we talked about? Okay.
Bring your irons.
He sounds so bored. Okay.
Bring your iron. Gonna be some killing.
Gonna be some killing,
Gonna be a
reckon.
bumpin' nut.
Sure enough, it is a moment later, right? When you hear one of the automatons on the outside of the perimeter start to open up.
Which way? East, west?
Headed towards the bore tunnel out west.
Okay.
And, yeah, it doesn't take too long for Buckner to say, well, that's the trouble then. And he takes off to the west, right? And you guys are about to give chase, right? When you hear the automaton to the east behind you open up.
Damn, we're getting pincered.
Anything be coming from that direction?
I don't know.
Didn't we come from that direction?
In fact, you did, but they closed off that tunnel, sealed the ceiling.
Yeah. There's one way in this tunnel, so how are they hitting us from both ends?
What if someone else has the same technology? I mean, if one person's had the idea, 10 other people probably did.
You're onto something.
Guess
But were there any explosions? Like.
Just the gunfire so far.
Or it could be something like that nose ferret, that something freaky like that. I don't know these pot very well, but
I surely hope not. That son of a bitch. I ain't slept right in a week.
Some bitch nose ferret. And I mean, Joe is still mourning the loss of Hezekiah. Pains her deeply every moment, every day.
Ooh, just real.
R.I.P.
Yep.
R.I.P.
that Sean is still mourning them.
I like Jebediah.
He was okay. He was fine.
Name was
He
his.
Whatever, you
sacrificed
loved him.
himself.
His name was
for us.
Hezekiah.
Stop it.
M. Thatcher.
Yo.
Well, it's like, I created that person. It's
Yes.
real to me.
And you guys, like, really misjudged him initially, right? And wow.
Well, he was kind of rapey initially.
No,
You
he
upped
was
his-
he was kind of. First of all, he got catfished, so she led him on legitimately.
Yeah.
That was the whole pit and parcel.
That
And
poor
then-
dumb bastard.
When it occurred to him that she wasn't ready, he said, "You know what? I'm going to respect that and give you your distance. I'll be here waiting." And then followed her like a puppy
Yeah.
dog until you sacrificed him to a vampire.
Yep.
Mhm.
Everyone's got to go somehow.
Everyone's got to go somehow.
That's the
Speaking
point.
of going, you guys hear trouble from the west again.
How about
Is it-
a notice roll?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see.
Do I see anything?
You do not see anything. You hear the automaton fire, but then out of the dusky darkness comes some miners running and stumbling.
I shoot him.
Yep, no. Oh, they're wounded.
Sorry.
Bam! Not anymore. Now they're dead.
Oh, no.
That's just that's
That's
some Jeremiah Decker medical assistance.
Oh lord.
Oh, we're gonna have to amputate.
Yep.
Uh,
See a man in trouble like that.
so which way are they running from?
These guys are running from the west.
Alright,
I guess west it is if they're having more trouble over there. We've heard them shoot twice now.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them gets close to you guys and shouts, "Doc Haggerty's trapped in the machine. Someone needs to rescue him."
Dark Haggerty.
Doc Haggerty.
Oh.
yeah, Delilah's running. Needs to just.
Meh. Whatever.
Oh my god, this dumb person. I'm kind of following over her.
All right.
Joe and Jeremiah stroll casually.
Yeah.
All right. Just
like-
la da 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 da. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I like the sound of my spurs as they
All right. Clink down the.
more intimidating.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
How's the light situation down here?
Super fucking dark.
Okay, I'm gonna
And-
just, like.
Dusty. So I'm not even sure that, you know, in this particular situation and that, I mean, you're going to cast light. It's not going to do wonders for your
I mean, it's
vision.
better than nothing.
It is.
But
I think it'll let you guys have perfect vision out to 20 feet from the no feet previously.
I'll roll my faith roll. Be good. And yeah, I'm just running towards figuring out what the hell's going on because I heard there's a person in trouble. I gotta go.
Let's go ahead and position yourselves on the map like you would like to be.
Are those holes with spider webs in them, or are they just like?
No, they're
just
pillars,
like
like, yeah.
yeah, to the ceiling.
Black light.
Um,
So I'm assuming left is west.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just like, oh,
And we're heading towards the west, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm
Towards the
probably-
end of the Hellbore, which is exactly what you would expect it to be. It is a giant steampunk drill. If you guys Google Volcanoids, right, the video game, yeah, I mean it's tank tracks, a big drill, belches smoke, shoots rubble out the back, armored cockpit. I mean, you know. Picture any just steampunk drill machine. Ta-da, that's exactly what the Hellbore looks like.
Okay. So yeah, I'm probably towards the front, I guess. Any starting position? Where are we starting at all? Sorry.
What was that, Mike?
I said I just put myself there towards the west.
That's good. Let me turn you. Oh, I can't turn you up a little. Can you turn yourself up a little?
Yeah, okay.
You got real quiet on me.
Oh man.
My microphone's pretty far away.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I'm just in desk.
There you go. Oh boy.
What the F?
So,
Little critter.
the Hellbore is in fact under attack, but it is not by gunmen. It is by a host of large dog-sized centipede creatures.
Ugh.
Hundreds of legs, armored, segmented bodies, writhing and roiling in a nest. The front pinchers gleam in the light of her spell, apparently metallic. And they use them to bore in and out of the rock and are assaulting the Hellbore when you guys arrive, and then burst forth from the ground, trying to eat you guys.
Do you
Okay.
think that these are like the ants from the first?
That's what I was just gonna
Yeah,
say.
it's like metallic.
No, they are organic. They are creatures, but their mandibles
Yeah.
gleam like
metallic.
metal. Yes.
So they're not metal, they just are shiny. Like a shell.
Just the fang bits.
There's-
Yep. Why don't you go ahead, Delilah, and give me a common knowledge roll at a -1. You might have read of this in Texas Ranger School, the 2-week course they give you before they kick your ass out the door.
That's not a, yeah, it's not a law base, so, okay. -1. Alrighty. Da-da-da. Well,
But hot damn, that's a 4. Oh, wait, but that's a -1. That's a 3. Womp womp. Wait, no, wait. 5, -1. That's a 4. Yes. So, yes, you did hear about them. These are tunnel critters. But, you appear to be fortunate, as these ones have not molted and developed their incredibly hard exoskeleton.
oh.
They, however, do likely still contain lesser doses of the paralytic poison that they use to inject into their foes with their mandibles. And I'll give you a Benny if you can guess what they do to you after you're paralyzed. What was that, Joe?
Why do you go to that immediately, Joe?
Because
Because I haven't to Eliza too many times.
What,
exactly
what was that, Joe? Louder for the people in the back.
impregnate.
That is
body.
100% factual. They inject their egg into you. And it can be surgically removed by a skilled medical professional, but
Oh, yeah,
it has to happen immediately, like sooner the better. Sooner the better.
Jeez.
But that's okay because it's only like this big. And they inject it into your abdomen through a proboscis stinger.
Well, luckily, that's where they're.
Yeah, and then you die of like freaking like a bleeding out.
But these are youngins.
after.
These are youngins, so they're probably not even like virile yet, you know?
Probably.
Yeah,
At
they
any
shoot
rate-
blanks.
Paralytic poison. Fortunately, your bullets will work on these ones. You have a moment to convey that information should you choose to.
Alright, we got some tunnel critters here. You get bit, they are gonna freeze you, and then you don't want to know what they inject inside you. So let's get this done.
Inject inside me?
Eels
Sorry,
up
Katie.
inside
Oh,
you,
another
find an
native.
entrance where they can.
Tell me, are these engines?
I know. I'm like, You gonna pull another one?
Are these Lobos?
Are these related to them engines we fought upstairs?
No. They, well, I mean, they're little caterpillar, whatever the hell they are. They're in the tunnels. They're not fun. No,
Centipedes.
they are
They're not caterpillar
Centipedes.
cute. Yeah. They're...
Are they indigenous to this area?
Yes.
Yes.
They more frequently inhabit mines than caves because humans are one of their favorite prey, both for the reproduction and they just like the way they taste.
These dumb idiots didn't even search out where they're trying to put their damn railroad.
Well, I mean, so there's the Sierra Nevadas, and you kind of just got to go, all right, west, right? Like that. I mean, you know.
Should have hired a Texas Ranger, dumb idiots.
They did. Delilah.
But now.
Oh, never mind. Professor Hap Haggerty is in the cockpit of the, Hellbore machine, and they are trying to get in, but despite their metallic mandibles, they are only denting the exterior, which he proclaims is shocking over the loudspeaker with an almost academic fascination. It's solid ghost steel, comes out the tinny voice.
So, like, he's safe for now.
For now, for an undisclosed number of rounds. Jeremiah?
How big?
How big is what, Joe?
The cab. The cab. Is it very
It's
big?
like a fighter pilot cockpit.
Gotcha.
Seats one.
So I'm gonna shoot number 2 and number nothing.
Right? 2 in the Alpha.
Yeah. Let me figure out how to play this game again.
Right?
So
This is only our 9th episode of this series.
I'm gonna take one shot at each at no penalty. Once each revolver.
Yep. Because you have ridiculous edges. Plow, plow! Well, that's just the one there. Yeah, no, 2 wounds. It's a ton of good or youngin. It curls up upside down, skitters a little and dies. It's...
Ooh, good night.
Yeah, no, that one, I mean, you just turn that one into a fine red mist. It's like, I'm not a wild card, is it?
Blood stain on the wall.
Alright, Victoria Valadez Roja.
Victoria Valadez is gonna take her Winchester and hit 5. And who's that next to you? 8.
Alright, multi-action penalty. Because you do not have a fuck ton of edges. 2.
Think.
Oh my gosh. The child scream and then
I
the
know.
background noise of the gun.
It was like, was it the child or the bus?
We're torturing kids over here.
Second, it also sounded like those raptors, the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Right?
Yes.
I was like,
Exactly.
Pal, let's see if that hits. That was 5, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit.
Woo!
There you go.
Despite you using a rifle that's
Yeah.
too big for you.
That's what I do.
Need to get you a carbine.
I love that you've been using the Winchester lever action the whole time, despite the strength pen. I mean, there's just BOOM!
And you're this like big, tall badass, like, wow.
Yep. That'll be.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that'll probably. Yeah, no, just 4 wounds.
4 wounds. 4 fucking wounds.
Oh my god!
Hot
This is it, guys.
damn.
This is my highlight.
Well,
of the
now
episode.
we need the
It's not.
shooting roll on the second one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit them.
Yeah.
Mr. Just rolling automatic damage over here.
Oh, I thought it was
Baller.
true.
Come on, you got it.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
No.
I told you it was the highlight.
Wing.
It's just downhill here.
Yeah. You got one.
You got one.
You get one.
Why is it not lit? Oh, is that like a subsidiary of that one? That's so weird.
You
the
started
hell?
in a corporation? What's going on?
Yeah, no, there's this way that it orders it when you drag them from the, like, a pre-made combat. as opposed to creating one that sometimes makes it weird to erase them. All right, Joe.
Jump dog.
Alright, so she's got her rifle.
Yep. I would hope.
Winchester. Yeah, no, she does. She got it. And, you know what? I think she's just gonna grab her peacemaker and shoot 10, 3, and 6 because she wants to try and, like, one-up JD like he did with the Indian.
So that'll be at a -2, a -3, and a -4. All right. Yeah, all right.
-4 all the way across.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, no, you're right. Yeah, -4 flat, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gonna shut me up, Joe?
She's gonna fire 3 shots,
Yeah.
miss all 3,
I'm
and then
doing
get
the first
8.
thing that comes to mind, so yeah.
Lord have mercy. I hope I
What would your
don't
father
know.
think if you got pregnant before you got married?
Oh, Joe.
Boom!
Yeah.
Encumbered, too. Carrying too much.
Encumbered. Oh,
Yeah,
Gatling
I already
gun.
figured encumbered.
God damn. Can I drop that thing? Like.
Can you drop what?
I'm not running into battle
The
with that.
Gatling gun.
The Gatling gun.
Yeah, you can drop it. Yeah.
How do I? It's in my inventory, but it's like.
So there are the
It's like
icons for it.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
That was
But
still a miss,
doesn't
though.
really
So,
do anything, yeah. So.
so
alright.
again, here we go. -4.
Come on, Joe.
We believe in you. No, we really.
Yeah.
Bam!
Faith in
Puff
the
of
wrong
dust
person.
kicks up next to one
Yeah,
as
I
it
know.
scissors its mandibles menacingly at you.
JD kind of glances behind. Like,
Alright, what the hell's going on back there, Blau? It's just dusty and dark, and Delilah has the light,
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, it's actually a little
It's
much.
that weird, like gritty glare.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
When that
God
flashlight
damn
isn't positioned in the way that helps you see, but
Yeah.
actually hinders it, right? Yeah. Mhm. Delilah, you were the sun in her eyes, so.
it's the high beam in the ball.
Now it is your turn, Delilah's.
Rays of love just beaming off Delilah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I am gonna shoot, Joe's kind of alone back there, and that kind of scares me a little bit.
She's
She's gonna be
She's got
paralyzed
it.
and
She's got
impregnated.
it.
It's no big deal.
So I'm the one next to Joe, critter number 6. I am going to double tap and shoot that guy once.
All right,
So I get a +1.
just don't critically fail.
I will try not to. I did not critically fail, but I did not roll very well.
No, puff of dust, Blau.
Oh, Delilah.
But I guess that's it. So I did not declare any more. So. on
Uh-oh,
a
guys.
D8,
There are a lot of these things still alive.
I was trying to take it a little easy, you know.
Right. I mean, you need to let them breathe a little.
Well, I don't want you to start counting my ammunition.
Right. Well, I'm expecting that you're counting your ammunition as an honest Christian, you know.
More or less, yeah.
More or less, reckon. Uh-oh, Joe. Ton of critter comes skittering up to you all supernaturally rapid. It's hundreds of legs moving in a sinuous unison. I know, right? It attempts to bite you, and it misses.
Thank God.
They're the youngins. Same deal. Skittering up Jeremiah. And he misses.
Let's see.
They are large dog-sized centipedes, but how hard is it to kick a dog, you know?
Dog is like a husky, or like we talking like a little.
The husky-sized dog, yeah. You know, these things are about 3 feet long, you know? I would say their heads are probably, you know, kind of flat and cylindrical.
Yeah.
If the pinchers got you, they seem like the kind of thing that'd get you, but these are the babies too, so their bite is not developed.
Ooh.
You know, you keep saying that, Will, and I have a feeling that there's an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna piss off Mama.
I resent the implication.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
You
bet
keep
you
pointing
do.
out that these are the kids.
Yeah.
Well, to make you guys not feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of them launching a vicious attack on your personages. Not because Mama Tunnel Snake immune to bullets is gonna come ripping out of the wall and like cut one of you in half.
Right.
No, she would have showed up by now. Look at how much you've endangered her babies.
Oh, Jesus.
You
Uh-oh.
all right back there?
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
I got that gang up bonus.
Ah, but man, pinchers catch your boot leather and they puncture the boot in the front of your cowboy boot but miss your shin. You can actually feel a squirt of warm liquid run down the front of your foot from where it was attempting to inject its poison into you after the mandibles pierce the leather of your boot.
It's not acidic or anything, right?
No, it's just a paralytic poison, so. I mean, hopefully you don't have any open wounds on you. Let's roll to see if you have open foot wounds. No. Leg starts to go to sleep. Oh, shit.
Shit.
They don't come with any kind of strategy. They just come at you in a writhing mass. Oh, good lord. But now they're starting to get those gang up bonuses, which turns that D4 bite into a little something. But it's these raises that, I mean, he got a 10 on a D4. That's 2 raises, you know, that's gross. But they're not wild cards, so they do not get the extra D6 damage. Because they're babies.
Good.
Yeah.
One last one, and you know what? This one, he likes it south the border.
Like
Oh shit! Oh shit!
No! Why?
Oh, honey,
Fuck.
no.
That one didn't even have the gang up voice. Oh!
Oh! Fuck!
Don't you just hate that? Don't you just hate
Victoria,
that?
unfortunately, is not wearing cowboy boots, but her simple peasant garb, which does not provide the reinforcement to prevent the paralytic poison from being injected into her calf. I didn't actually think any of these things was going to hit you guys with their paralyzing poison because they're babies, so give me just 1 second here.
Oh my god.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
No, you're
Not done
dying.
yet, damn it.
I need you to make a vigor roll at a -2.
You gotta do it, girl. You gotta do
You
it.
got this.
You can do it. I can do
Yeah.
or
Yeah, we're gonna blue chip that for fun.
Right. Alright, vigor roll at a -2.
Come on.
What the heck?
wait. You could add a D6 to that because it's a blue chip.
Oh, you can do that too. You can roll a d6, yeah.
Like,
It's up to you. Re-roll at a -2 or add a d6 to that.
Because like
I mean-
basically you're rolling it straight.
let's.
Need a
I
4
mean-
on a d6. I mean, you know.
50%. Well,
Better than if you had to re-roll it.
better than 50% of the,
Yay!
There you go. But, this one's poison gland. You know, it's his first time seeking prey, so you get the warning bite.
Question, Will.
Yeah.
Is this poison like temporary, like like is it
1d4
temporary
hours.
paralyzing?
People have different constitutions. 1 hour for some folks, 4
It's
hours
not,
for
like,
other folks.
permanent. Like,
No,
oh shit.
no,
we have to drag
so they
Victoria
want a
around
living
over.
host for their babies.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you have 15
Alright.
minutes to surgically remove an egg. It hatches in 1d4 hours.
Okay. Alright, it's my turn.
Yep.
Yep, so, Joe, ate some humble pie, and, he's gonna take it down a notch and just grab a knife, and what... Do I have to call a body shot to like kill these things?
No, I mean, you just stab at them. They take enough damage,
Okay,
they'll rupture.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not like
Alright.
zombies or something.
Okay.
That being said, I might avoid their mouths, you know, with a melee weapon. Just keep your hands away from, you know, windows.
I'll just leave it. Just gonna stab.
Yeah, stabbing away.
Number 3.
Bowie knife lashing down, glinting in the magic light of the dark cavern. And you hit him, yeah.
Cool.
It screes and curls up dead. You're gonna pull your knife out of it with a sicky, wet, you know, thud. It falls to the ground. There's like a yellowish ichor,
Ew.
you know?
Mhm.
It's like you stepped on a roach, but the roach was 3 feet long and weighed 80 pounds, you know?
Mhm.
I wouldn't be popping them manually, but, you know, to each their own. You know, everybody has their own king. Hap Haggerty starts to seem a little more worried. Oh, they're starting to make progress!
That's what he does? He doesn't fucking help?
He's locked in the cockpit right now. I mean, why would he open the cockpit and expose himself to danger?
Oh, obviously. I don't know.
Bite comes lashing out at Jeremiah, but misses.
Woo.
Joe Dog gets in for it now. Misses even with the gang up bonus. Tunnel Critter, number 7. And he doesn't like a moniker. I mean, why is he 7? He feels like he's at least, he might not be 1, but he's like a 3 to 5. That's why, because he misses with the gang up bonus. Back to 7 with you. Right? It'll happen. Don't worry, Joe. Man.
I like these 1s and 2s.
I don't know, me too.
You know, shame on you. It's because they're babies. You guys are fighting babies.
Okay. I feel no sympathy for them
They're just
anymore.
out here trying out their mandibles, just getting a little gnaw on.
If this one hits me, I will.
And I mean, sure, they'll definitely, like, you know, put a
Here I
baby
go.
in you, but
Oh my god.
Victoria,
No.
unshaken.
Okay. Come on.
Cool.
Got this.
Victoria didn't like that. Did not like that.
I mean, you still have
Any
puncture
bit.
wounds in your thigh, you know.
I hate that. Oh, shoot. I'm free to move, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the thing will bite you if you leave its, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pulls out her Colt Peacemaker. And, I mean, with five wounds, the thing was reared up and lunged at you, and you shot it in the throat, and it traveled the length of the thing's body and splattered its whole digestive tract out of what passes for anus, I don't know, a rear aperture. It's back mouth.
Yay.
And so it's just like a hollowed out worm tube, you know? Like just... Who was anybody? No, that's too bad. I was hoping somebody was kind of in the line of fire there, but no, that's... Unfortunately, I can't add to it. Delilah, surrounded by 3-foot-long centipedes menacing you, menacingly.
Okay. Well.
With menace.
With menace. I'm going to cast quickness on Jeremiah.
All right. Let's see if the Jesus is down here in these tunnels.
Come on, Jesus. Great.
Little baby Jesus.
Little baby
Sweet
Jesus.
little 6-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus. Front row, Leonard Skinner concert, is hammer drum. Yeah, I'll say.
Woo! Alright, I think that... Is there something special on a raise? I don't think so. No. Oh, on a raise that gains the benefits above and can also discard and redraw any initiative cards lower than 8 each round.
Yeah.
Each round?
Yeah.
Round.
Okay.
You're
And
all
then
mepped up
I'm
on
gonna-
Jesus. Now it's a
Then-
touch spell, so she had to reach over and... Aww! This is the
And
second
then-
time now. Your pupils dilate, right? Everything
I'm going
slows.
to play my adventure card.
Uh-oh. Alright, what's the adventure card? Yep.
Ooh, wow.
And I'm going to try and... So, like, when they're within melee, when you shoot something, that's a different... You go with their parry?
Yeah,
or-
it automatically calculates that.
Okay.
Oh, it is, this hero gets an additional and immediate turn, including new movement, was the adventure card
Yep.
played.
So the parries are forward anyway?
Yeah, it's the
Alright,
same. Yeah, they're not
then yeah.
exceptional creatures.
Gonna double tap.
Do you know why?
Um,
Does anybody know why this fight's so
Because
easy?
they
These
Because these are
the
babies.
adults, children.
Yes.
I don't know
So,
why you
yeah.
assume they'd be an adult.
So I'm going to make my attack and hope to God that I can roll above, you know.
That'll
Yes, I
do.
can.
Yeah. Which one was
sorry,
it?
I didn't. I was just gonna get the one.
7, 9, or 4.
9.
Okay. Clickety plow.
Okay, and then I'll roll my damage over it.
Just gunning down these poor infants.
Yeah.
I mean, how brutal is a creature called a tunnel critter? I mean, it's critter. You know, it's right in the name there. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, oh, it's tunnel critter. You know?
These are chihuahuas.
Right, yeah, you guys are just killing, yeah, teacup tunnel critters is what these are. They're the toy breed. Jeremiah, my God.
You ready?
I don't mean to do this to you, though. You know.
Yeah. So it should be stated that Jeremiah already has a series of edges that allow him to ambidextrously fire his guns without penalty. And then when he is sped up, he gets all cracked out, right? And can fan the hammer, which is ridiculous. I mean, he has to drop a gun to do it. But yeah.
But everything is dead.
But everything is dead. But that's right, because we count bullets.
Right. We sure do. So I'm just gonna take... I get 4 shots with opportunity, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
I'm not gonna fan the hammer.
Right.
Possibly kill my...
Yeah.
You can critically fail at any point, friend. I don't mind. Yeah, so that's definitely a hit with a raise. Because, again, the thing was like... I mean, you had time to go... boom! right? Yeah, no, it's, he dead.
Oh. That's true. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's dead. Fine red mist.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Good, get rid of that one.
Yeah, that's yeah, fine red mist.
And yep, we're good.
Yeah. You can stop raising. I mean, they're babies.
God damn it. Joe's...
I know, right? Boom, boom, boom. They just explode around you.
Oh man, Joe.
You are covered.
I'm not even looking. I'm using the power of Jesus.
And like yellow, green. I mean, your whole outfit. It's like gacked. You're like, you've been gacked. Now, Leroy, gack was a green goo from Nickelodeon in the 90s that they used to cover celebrities in. It was a big deal to be gacked, and she was just gacked.
It was renamed.
Was it for like celebrities or just ordinary people?
Just for celebrities. But in this case, the gack kind of smells like fetid fish oil. It's real pungent. The toxins that developed in their abdomen and that are pumped through the glands, they make a very unique melange, if you will. But that doesn't matter because they're all fucking dead.
So if that's quite all, I'm going to reload my pistols now.
Joe's just standing there. Just
And just like face covered in that stuff.
right, some got in your mouth. Like, yeah, no, it's
Katie!
Look like that dude in Men in Black.
right. And
Yes, exactly.
he literally did some gun kata. I mean, he was like, blow, 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 blow. You know, like I don't know if you've seen
last two I just-
Equilibrium, but
Yeah.
Last two, I just put him over my shoulder.
right, no, that was ridiculous.
Jeez. I'm gonna heal myself.
No,
Anybody got a glass container or something like that?
Why?
I mean, we can try and, get the venom.
I got an empty tobacco can if you want it.
I think harvesting the venom from these thoroughly described as fine red mist creatures
Okay,
might be
I
a
just
bit of
wanted
a.
to-
There's one that's a tube sock we can use.
I mean,
That's
there's
true. No,
one that-
I mean you
that
can wear him
just
as
had.
an extra large condom. Ribbed for nobody's pleasure, just the legs, just cancel the show. It's over. It's over. No,
Just done.
no, never again, never again. But yeah, you guys find yourself in the tunnel. The fellow pops the canopy on the drill and introduces himself as Professor Haggerty. People call him Hat.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hattie.
Yeah, thanks for the support.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
what? I'm supposed to hit him with a wrench here? I'm a technician, sir. I'm a man of science. It's Professor Haggerty, not Captain Haggerty.
Well, if you're such a man of science, why didn't you prevent these critters from coming in the first place?
Well, I
Well-
mean, because they're easy enough to kill mostly, unless they come in numbers. We must have
Well,
dug through a nest.
I hate to tell you this, sir, but in this area they are very this is their
Endemic.
home. And if these are babies, got a mama somewhere, and she's gonna be mad.
Yeah, probably.
Just so you're aware.
I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, Hellbore here is prepared. Clank, clank.
You
Is
might
this
want
where
to
you-
up security a little in the different areas.
Oh, we're about to break through. We're only 3-5 days now.
Are we getting a feeling that this is why we were hired to like fight these things?
You were hired because if you were lit out of the tunnel, right, there's a
Yeah.
chance that you could tell somebody that they were down there, and there are 4 other rail lines currently that would love nothing more than to put 100 pounds of TNT, you know, at the exit point or so, you know, like, so you are employees, certainly, and the fact that you can point a gun is why you were hired, right? Initially, you got the invite due to the scientific expertise, right, of Richter von Steele, but,
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah. Now you're hired on because it's easier than locking you up.
I'd rather be locked up now.
Then fight some tunnel critters?
I don't want to fight the mom. You keep bringing up the babies. The baby.
Have never once said there was a mom.
That is true.
Not once.
You just don't do it.
I've never even alluded to it. All I said is that these were the young ones, and you guys have added all this shit on top of it. My favorite part about this, honestly, is that there is no mom. None. There's literally not a mom. I've just been letting you guys run wild. I was gonna do it for a little longer, but we got a lot of module to get through. So there's no mom. No,
okay.
It was ton of...
Alright, okay, alright.
So we did a bunch of crazy shit that wasn't written in this module. This is the story that introduces you to Deadlands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
We got a prequel.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where Eliza died. Grace.
Yeah.
So you're standing in a tunnel, covered in centipede goo. Gun smoke and dust thick in the air. Haggerty thanks you and closes the canopy on the drill, and it starts to whir back to life. Clearly has a schedule to keep. Some men from the rail line, the Wasatch crew, come and start to sweep all the critter parts into a cart and wheel them off to burn them because, otherwise they'll rot. If anybody is wounded, which it doesn't look like y'all took care of yourself, that's fine. You all are offered a hot cup of coffee, and
Okay.
Lacey O'Malley is there, asking for a description of the bugs.
I want to take a bath. Just
I
want
wanna
water.
take some off my cheek and just like pat his.
Who?
Take.
The reporter,
Pat
Lacey
Lacey's
O'Malley from the Tombstone Epitaph, he's trying to get a description so they can draw an illustration.
Yeah, so here's your illustration then.
Does anybody have anything more definitive? He says, taking a handkerchief out of his pocket.
I can give you some information.
Excellent, excellent. What did you guys think fighting giant insects?
I mean, they're native to this land. This is their home.
Wait, you knew about giant insects?
I mean, I dabble.
But wait a minute, ain't you the girl Fresh Greenhorn from back east that is trying out the West for the first time with diamonds in her eyes and a spirit of naive and intrepid adventurism?
I mean, that doesn't mean I don't.
Doesn't seem like tunnel critters would be the kind of thing that you'd be, on about.
Well, you see, my mama and my step-papa, they wanted me to learn about anything that girls would learn about and what boys would learn about, so then I could protect the homestead.
And how did they learn about tunnel critters?
I mean,
No
Dory?
further questions.
What's that?
Yeah.
Without a lawyer present.
So no further
They're
questions.
educated, unlike most of your readers.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanglish, ma'am.
Punch that bitch.
Look, they were both well educated.
Both
and-
well educated about subterranean insect monsters.
No, that is not what I said. I
They
said
were just well educated and they happen to know about tunnel critters endemic. So there aren't any tunnel critters back east.
No.
So are they from out west originally then?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Delilah, you don't have to give him any more information.
Hey, I'm just trying to get the facts.
Look, they're from.
Might be her backstory, Leroy.
I grew up in Texas. I don't know where my mama and step-papa are really from, but I just know where I grew up.
Don't know where parents are from. Bad familial relations. Okay?
Oh my god.
That is not what I said.
Well, no, but it's what you implied, certainly. I mean, I know where my parents are from.
No, I don't. Are
Stop
you?
putting words in her mouth. Come on,
I'm
Delilah.
just checking out everything. I'm
Yes.
trying to get the... So, what was your reaction, sir, to fighting a A giant centipede creature. Give me a smarts roll, everybody. Won't be Jeremiah. Here's something interesting to consider, Victoria, Joe, and Delilah. First of all, he's asking you for a description of these things, right? And has called them by their proper name, unbidden, and just described them as centipede creatures. Which would be an interesting development if he actually needed you to describe them for the illustration, and did not already know full and well what a tunnel critter was and what they looked like.
True, hasn't he been down here for a while?
Well, in addition, outside of just his time here, you know, he seems to be asking you questions he already knows the answers to. And generally, given that smarts roll, Delilah, and your experience, when people are asking you questions that they already know the answers to, it's because they're trying to get another answer out of their question, you know?
Well, by the sound of how you're speaking, you know more than we do. Better run off, I guess.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Yeah.
I whisper over to Joe. You wouldn't think that he planted something, right? To make a story?
Joe's just gonna work an eyebrow. I mean,
It's called Deadlands, not leap to conclusions. Jesus fuck.
allow us to just.
You know, if he already knows what was happening, who's to say he didn't?
We've been bamboozled too many times.
I know.
You literally do not trust or like a single NPC I introduced to you. And the only ones you guys treat with any kind of deference are the ones that I make clear would just, like, eliminate you immediately in conflict, right? Like, there are two people you haven't been like, fuck you to. Reverend Crucible and Darius Hellstrom so far, right? Like,
we were nice to Gary.
Yeah.
We loved Gary. Yeah.
And
And
Andrea has
Dr.
Kaya.
Feel good.
they
Yeah.
couldn't,
I didn't like
Professor.
him.
Professor Philgood.
Mhm.
He earned the distinction. But, yeah. So you guys are going to walk away from the reporter and be uncooperative, despite him clearly being an inside source that might know he's
Yeah.
letting on and trying to secretly gauge you guys for something else.
Joe's gonna return back to Victoria. They weren't robots. I don't know how you get wild animals to attack us like that, or wild creatures. They weren't mechanical, or.
Hey,
I mean, if I'm
Look.
honest. Oh, we're not all together, are we?
No, you're
I'm
not
gonna
walking away.
turn around
No.
Yeah.
and shove a finger into the guy's chest. What is your deal?
I'm
Yeah, that is.
reporter. I'm not sure how else I can explain it.
Ugh.
I mean, what do you want? My whole job down here is to get stories, to write an article about this. I'm hired by Hailstrom himself. I have stories from you, I have stories from Charlie. Hell, I talked to the milky-eyed guy Dave. You make him seem like a hell of a conversationalist, and half that was just,
Oh, look.
What's your deal?
Fishing for information. You clearly know what these
It's
centipede
his
creatures
job.
are.
Well, yeah, apparently you've never read my column, lady. I deal
Apparently
almost
not.
exclusively in the weird and wacky.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't interested me.
Well, let's
That's
have
weird,
it.
because you seem to be covered in a good deal of weird and wacky.
Look, sir, I understand you are well-educated sorts from the Tombstone. I've read it before. But look, is there something you're wanting to know from us?
Yeah, just generally your stories, what happened there, what it felt like to fight a centipede. You know what is a great article, right? Centipede creatures were there and they were fought off. No, what I want is a little bit of pizzazz, the glitz, the glam, the glitter. Right? I want the raw
How about
emotion.
next
You
time?
people were down there in the trenches.
How about next time you join us? You have a first-person account of what's going on.
Lady, the pen is
I-
mightier than the sword. That being said, you know, it's mightier from the back lines.
Yeah, but
Look,
during the Great War, that there is reporters in the front line there
The Great War?
reporting. What is the Civil War called? I don't know.
The Civil War. That's what it's called. What's the Civil War called? The Civil War, I
It was
believe.
called the Civil War back then.
Huh?
I don't. All right,
The Civil War or the War of Northern
Different
Aggression,
teams,
depending. The Great War doesn't happen for another like 30 years, and
No, obviously, I don't. Okay, all right.
the Great War being an entirely different can of worms. They have walking mechanical men that shoot ghost rock lasers. World War I is fucked up.
look, sir, I can tell you what happened.
Excellent.
We were called to go check it out. That someone sensed danger. We started down towards the west where we were asked to go. We started hearing gunshots both ways, east and west. We heard more gunshots to the west, so we all went and investigated.
Yeah.
The dock that was running the incredible machine that burrows through this
The
underground.
Hellbore.
The Hellbore was being assailed by these critters. And so we, being...
What was your first feeling upon seeing them?
Well, I guess...
Excitement? Trepidation? Fear? Also, how
Excitement.
did you see them? I don't see any lanterns with you.
We had a lantern out there.
But I saw you walking back up. Did you? Oh, you must have lost it in the conflict. So it was
Yeah,
dark towards the end, even. You see, those are the kind of juicy details that tell a story.
Yeah,
The
it was
lantern
dark.
broke in the middle of the conflict, cast into the dusty darkness. So again, you're
and-
feeling
Yeah, it was excitement, but I was scared that
excitement,
uh,
fear.
that the doctor was going to get hurt. Luckily, that Hellbore is very well made and was able
Very
to
well
protect
made.
him.
Designed by Dr. Hellstrom himself.
Yes, it was able to protect him, but we tried to get
Miracle
critters out of the way.
modern age.
Jeremiah and myself took the front end, and Joe took the back end. And
How did you go about dispatching the creatures? Was it with firearms?
you know, our firearms are our best friend, and it worked out nice. See, you don't want to attack it hand to hand because of the paralyzing venom.
Venomous tunnel creatures.
And
So you guys circled up, like gathered the wagons and heroically fought to the last, huh?
Exactly. It was quite brutal. Victoria had a close one a couple times, but
How many were left when the lantern went out?
there were 5.
5? We'll call it a
5.
half dozen. A half dozen
All right.
remained in the inky black darkness, hissing and skittering menacingly. And how did you dispatch the final 5? Was it just dumb luck? I mean, you can't see your hand in front of your face down here.
I mean,
Just the gun flashes? I mean,
well, you know, we all have a sense and talent. You see, we've trained very hard for these kind of situations. We have instinct, and by
Wait a
hearing how they were
minute.
skittering,
the wallflower greenhorn from back
Alright,
east
Delilah, let's go.
has training and instinct. Who trained you?
my papa.
Your pop. And what did that training entail?
I mean, it was everything to protect the farm.
Everything to protect. Where was the farm?
It was in Texas.
There
was a
aren't any
homestead.
tunnel critters in Texas.
No, but there's random bandits. There's all kinds of things that come in.
Well, how did you learn about the
that.
paralyzing venom of the tunnel critters if they're not native to Texas and you were more concerned with bandits and cattle rustling and...
Because I always liked to read. I got to make trips to the library, and
Wait,
I
there
got
was
to
a
check out
fucking
books.
library in your 1860s small Texas town?
That's it.
That sounds mighty socialist.
I'm weaving a story.
Commie bastard.
Look, we checked out books, and that's how I learned these different things.
What kind of a book teaches you about tunnel critter venom? I would like to
don't
read
know,
it
maybe.
myself. Do you know the name? Can you recall?
God, it was so long ago, I
So
can't help but think of it.
Long
I'm sorry.
ago. That's weird that it would be so long ago because, I mean, the quake happened in 68 and the tunnel critters were really first discovered in 71. So, I mean, that's just 8 years back now. I guess that is still a while, though. But how long ago did you read the book then?
About 6.
6 years ago. So it was brand new. You had a small public library in your Texas town that was getting first editions of books on venomous insects of unusual size.
Stranger things have happened. I mean, look, the Quake
Indeed,
68
they certainly
getting
have, ma'am. They certainly have. Thank you. Thank you for your time and your story. Appreciate it. And he goes walking off into our mid-show break. That's right, we are an hour and a half into the proceedings. And boy, Delilah, I'm not sure that you gave him the information you were trying to give him.
I don't know, but she's
trying. She's trying.
She's trying so hard.
But we are going to take our mid-show break. Please stick around through the interim. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new here, man, we love it when you hit that follow button. If you're a follower already, man, you can support the channel and subscribe. Imagine how much better all of this would be if we were getting paid to do it. I mean, like, what? Well, specifically me. I mean, I'm the heart, the soul, the brains, right? The rest of these people, it's just a stream of faces that come in and out, you know, at a whim.
It's fine. It's not like we're actual human beings.
No,
or anything.
no, they're assets for me
we're
to
just
utilize,
robots.
and
Don't
they're
worry
pawns
about it.
in the
Just
giant
human
series of plays I run. You notice I don't play any of these games. I just run them. I'm a control freak. I love it. Makes my nipples so hard, but not as hard as my nipples would get if you subscribed. That's right. You can cut glass with them. Just hit that subscribe button right now. You can do it for free with Amazon Prime. But with that shameless, just soul-wrenching, you know, hack plug out the way, we're going to go take a tinkle, come back, and get on with the rest of this story. Stick around. welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. Those of you that have, we are getting back into the Deadlands here. So, I see O'Malley would really like Jeremiah's perspective on the, the event there.
All right,
Seems
dude.
seasoned. What were your thoughts when the tunnel critters approached?
I figured I should draw my iron.
Yeah. You have a lot of experience with the weirder bits of the Weird West?
Here and there.
Not your first rodeo, it could be said.
Yeah, we've been traveling quite a while now.
Oh yeah? Who all's been traveling with you?
Just who you see here.
Oh yeah? Anything note happen in them travels? I mean, you don't seem too plussed by these 3-foot-long centipedes.
Well, I've seen worse.
You seen worse. Give me an example.
Well, you ever heard of a Nosferatu?
Nosferatu? Like the, you talking about like a vampire?
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like Delilah's standing behind Lacey, like...
Y'all fought a vampire.
Well, we fought a man that seemed like maybe he fit the card, you know.
Huh. Whereabouts that happened?
Hell if I know. Somewhere along the road. Some old mining town.
Some old mining town. How'd you go about dispatching this, would you say Nosferatu?
Yeah, that's just what I heard he was named. You know, we dispatch him the same way we dispatch these, and I dispatch anything that gets in my way.
Just with iron?
Tap my iron.
Huh.
That's all I got.
Interesting.
That's all I need.
Interesting.
But if that'll be all,
yeah,
I'll be on my way.
I reckon. Welcome, Drogo. Nice to see you. Come but not forgotten. So, guys,
we're working for your boss.
The next few days go on without incident, believe it or not. It's as quiet as it can be with a mining crew tunneling out the tunnel. No more tunnel critters. No more incidents. Y'all make your way around the camp a little. The Charlie fella seems alright. He's a bit dour, but not as dour as the two milky-eyed gentlemen that are always outside of Hellstrom's door, seemingly 24/7. You've never seen them not positioned there. And Hellstrom has been relatively scarce. But at any rate now, y'all have found yourself in the dark underworld now for nearly a week. About 5 minutes ago, the Hellbore shut down, and several of the rail crew run by the train, hooping and hollering that they hit sunlight. Y'all strap on your gear and join the crowd. Ahead is about a man-sized hole, spilling forth blinding, piercing light. It's a beautiful sight. First daylight y'all have seen in a week now. Very bright, radiant, with a resplendent glory. Dr. Hellstrom smiles and walks towards the light, shaking the hands of various crewmen as he goes. "We did it," he says quietly. "Goddamn did it." "Break out the champagne, Mr. Buckner." The crew cheers and bottles are passed around. Foam flies everywhere as men desperate for sunlight press forward and emerge into the warm, open air. You seem to be in the arid desert foothills of a mountain range, California, according to the Wasatch crew. As you try and get your bearings, a two-man team pushes a strange wheeled contraption out into the flat. Why, it's a steam wagon. "Find our crew, Mr. Shaw. Bring them to us," Hellstrom smiles. Steam wagon fires up, supplies are loaded into its bed, and a driver and 3 guards climb on board. With a final yell from the crew and a wave of the driver's hat, the horseless carriage rumbles off into the desert. Dr. Hellstrom walks up to you, polishes off his champagne and nods. We couldn't have known exactly where we'd come out, pockets of bedrock and other diversions. Chose our course to some degree, but our western team is now only a few miles away, and they'll arrive as soon as Mr. Shaw locates them. We should finish our line and fight our way into Los Angeles within days. Yes, that's right now. I said fight. The Ursat's ruler of the free and holy city of Los Angeles has not agreed to our right-of-way just yet. If you'll gather your belongings and climb on board the Good Intentions here, we'll steam on ahead together. Don't worry now, this particular train doesn't need rails.
I'm so fucking tired of trains, but I don't want to be underground anymore.
Well, now, this isn't a train, because this one's not on rails.
So is this like basically a horse's carriage kind of? Or...
No, it's the train, but another set of wheels extend out the side and plop down, and then it becomes a horseless carriage, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where we're going, we won't need any rails, yeah, exactly.
I guess. Is there any way we can telegraph? Let know where we get there.
Oh, when we reach the city of Los Angeles, certainly they'll have facilities there. All the modern amenities await us.
Right?
Okay.
If you just please get aboard the Good Intentions.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to drag me.
Out of character. But really good intentions. Oh my god. Okay.
Alright then.
If Delilah notices Victoria's like trepidation, she'll probably go up to her.
Hey?
I don't want to do this as much as. But
Never mind the screaming noise, we finally found ghost rock noises.
but look, we might be able to save people if we're there. They're gonna ruthlessly kill them. If we're there, maybe we can bring some humanity.
Fine, sure. I'll get on there, but can I ask just a tiny little favor from you?
Yeah.
Get better at lying. Make it work up there.
Woof. Delilah has not ingratiated herself with the group to the same degree that Eliza had. But, with that,
Like hookers and liars.
Right? Hellstrom's amazing train lifts itself off the track and rolls off the rails onto the raw earth. The train rumbles along loudly for several miles until a red weather balloon is spotted in the distance, marking the location of the Wasatch railhead. About 30 minutes later, the Good Intentions is greeted by hundreds of cheering rail workers, mid-level executives, and guards. Even the automatons ringing the campsite amble over to see what all the commotion is about. The train rolls into the center of camp amid the cheering throng, and Hellstrom rises out of the caboose on an elevated cupola with a megaphone in hand. Hello, my loyal friends. We've done it! We're a few miles right of way short of completing the very first transcontinental railroad. Hats going up, champagne being uncorked. You have all been a part of this effort. A part of our company. Now, you are part of history. There are but a few miles left to travel, but they are perhaps the hardest miles yet. Connect this line to our tunnel in the east, and I will continue on to Los Angeles and our inevitable showdown with the Right Reverend Grimm and his fanatics. Mr. Buckner, please extend everyone here an additional month's pay for their amazing achievement, and open a few more cases of that champagne while you're at it. And everybody just freaks the fuck out. I tearing the stacks of the cheap champagne, and Hellstrom and the crew of Good Intentions prepare to leave immediately. He walks down the ladder to the side of the train and says, you all have proved competent gunmen, and I would like you to escort me as part of my personal retinue to the front.
I, for one, would be what's this guy
$100 each. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Mr. Buckner, pay them now. And I assure that such a princely sum will come with a lack of further questions.
Joe's gonna be just watching JD and Victoria and see how they're acting.
Victoria's biting her tongue.
Yeah.
Money is money.
We hit the big time now, girls.
Delilah's wringing her hands in her lap. Just. She'll take it. He knows this isn't a choice. He knows that it's like, oh yeah, you can work for me, or. So,
Yeah.
Or, no, I mean, you guys can leave right now. We've accomplished our goal. You are no longer held captive here. You are free to wander through the miles of desert.
Are you saying that we were held captive before?
Well, certainly you weren't allowed to leave and tell anybody about this endeavor until it was accomplished. But here we are on the eve of it, so by all means, if you guys would not like to receive this pay for a short trip, and would like to just leave right now.
Can't survive in the desert with what we can. She'll take the
Reports
pay.
are that supplies are sparse out in this part of the country.
But yeah, she'll take the pay, but she's not happy about it.
Excellent. Then we are off. The Good Intentions at this point is comprised of 3 cars: the engine car, the armored passenger car that you guys reside in, and then the private caboose of Darius Hellstrom, which is armored and custom appointed, you know, super fancy. But you guys head off along the grassland. Generally, give me a tracking roll.
All right.
Southwest.
And does that align with what he said? Where Los Angeles is?
Yes. That would be Los Angeles. You guys were in, northeast California, eh?
Is there any kind of latest about what was going on?
Is there any kind of what?
Like the latest news or any scandals or disasters, any crazy bigger disasters?
Well, you've
going
kind
on
of
there?
treated Lacey O'Malley like hot trash so far.
I've been nice.
No, I didn't mean from him, from like reading other.
Oh, no, not a lot of news comes out here.
Okay.
Santa Ana's fleet is menacing. The maze is what it's called.
Yeah.
Food supplies are short. There's always reports of, famine, of drought, of, But yeah, no, like, major events as of late.
Gotcha. Okay. And is Lacey on the going? Is he heading towards
Yes, he's on the train as well.
Los Angeles?
Mhm.
Okay.
I want to make sure my badges and stuff are very well hidden.
Yeah.
I really don't want Lacey knowing who I am.
Right.
Victoria does not care, and she will find a nice place to start praying.
Taking up the only lavatory for an hour.
Yep. Yep.
Open the door again, just chicken blood, smoke wafting out. Give it a minute, you know?
You know it, baby.
I guess. So,
Is that on purpose?
You expect the company?
No. It's a massive explosion off to the left of the good intentions, and it rocks over onto its side almost at a full tilt and then comes back down hard on the wheels. Earth and stone scatter down on the roof, and then you hear the unmistakable sound of Gatling guns opening up.
Oh boy. At us or like defending us?
All over. It's just.
Okay. Well, we're meant to protect Hellstrom, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point.
So I'll make my way to get to the moose to try and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. So you're going to go out on the roof of the racing train car. There's like a hatch you can go up. Yeah, you can get out. Are you just gonna look? Is that what you're doing?
No, I wanted to like the cars, how you can walk. That's what I wanted.
Oh, okay. Go in between the cars. Roger. You're real
like,
quiet again all of a sudden.
I don't know. Is this better? Or
Yes.
everything's in there, right? I don't know. My plan was to try and like get to his car to better protect him.
Oh, so yeah, you could definitely leave the back of the passenger car, and his door is going to be locked and guarded by the two milky-eyed gentlemen, of course. But
Okay, so just to.
you're extra muscle, yeah.
Okay, so it's not like we are supposed to bodyguard him. We're just there to help.
You definitely are supposed to bodyguard him, but right now it's just,
Okay,
probably
then-
attack anything generally.
I'm gonna just try and peek out the window.
Which side?
Cool. The opposite side of the explosion, I want to say.
There
The
seems
right
to
side?
be a steam wagon racing alongside the cart, opening fire on it generally. It has a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Is there any markings or anything on it?
It is interesting that you mention that because you do not recognize the markings, but they seem, Oriental, I think is the term that would be used
Okay.
at this time.
Hostile? Yeah. Oh boy. We got company, guys.
Give me
Oh,
a
not my
common
Gatling
knowledge
gun.
roll. Yeah, most of you are aware here that the Chinese, they have Shan Fran. They own most of California, honestly. And that also they have a rail line known as the Iron Dragon, right? That is directly in this competition with the Wasatch Rail and Hellstrom to complete the line. So they would have a vested interest in seeing this fail.
How many?
What's that? What is going on with people's volumes? I have you maxed too.
I don't know.
I can hear them just fine.
I cannot hear him at all.
How many areas
Oh, give me a second here. What if we balance it out like this? Say some more stuff.
Hello.
There we go. I think it's just my headset balance is fucky.
No, I was asking how many vehicles in the air do we think that there are?
The sound's
Or is
like
that-
one.
So it's an armored passenger car. Is there any like openings where you could shoot out on
Yeah.
the passenger car?
Yeah, each one of the
Okay.
windows is armored. It has a little gun slit.
All right, then I just want to man myself on one side, just kind
Which
of.
side, left or right?
So is it just one of the steam engines on one side of us?
Well, that's all you've seen so far. One on the right-hand
I
side.
will go to the right side.
Okay.
Um,
Also the
and-
same side that Joe has seen the steam engine on then.
Yeah, Mike, I looked at the right.
yeah. Or, yeah, I've already said right, so let's just go with it. But yeah, I'm armed, ready to go if something comes within
All
range,
right.
close enough.
Jeremiah, Victoria, what is your plan?
Troy wants to go left, see what that's all about.
All right, there is another steam wagon barreling along the left, and I'll be damned if there isn't some kind of gyrocopter. It appears to have a very large explosive device strapped under one of its little stubby wings. It
Ooh,
appears
that's-
to have dropped one of them already, which was probably the source of the previous explosion. It is
God, I hate
flying
trains.
overhead and arcing back around. The steam wagons, right? The one on the right-hand side has a Gatling gun. The one on the left-hand side seems to have some kind of device emitting green fire, a flamethrower, several years before any of you would have a frame of reference.
Okay.
But that doesn't matter because they are immediately hopping on top of the train en masse.
Well,
With the exception of the person piloting the gyrocopter that is clearly coming around to make another pass.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull the rifle off my back for the first time in
Right?
ever,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to shoot at the explosive that is dangling from the bottom of that.
Oof. So, there are a few things to bear in mind here, right? You are in a moving vehicle which confers the unstable platform rule, right? Then you are talking about a called shot at a rapidly moving vehicle, right? So all this would transpire at a -6, is what you're saying, if you want to hit that bomb with your rifle from a window slit on your bouncing ass, you know. But yeah,
Let's do it.
let's see here. Here we go.
-6.
Combat is up. Well, no, we're
Ow.
initiative steps. Joe, you're up first. So it should be
Alright.
said that several of these guys are wearing gis, right?
What?
Oh boy.
Several of these guys are dressed like poors, you know, they're filthy, they're scavengers. And one of them is, well, a very unusual looking individual.
Otherwise known as main target.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
Good,
This fella's about 8 feet tall, has blue-white skin, and a third eye.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Can I see what that kind of creature is, if I can make a check?
Yeah, common knowledge -2. Wait, do you have a Colt? This really should be a Colt. I'm only giving you the common knowledge on account of the off chance that you're...
Yeah, I know I had a Colt. I don't know what happened if I accidentally deleted it, but because I had to have a Colt for my veteran thing, and I do not see it on my skill right now.
Well, give me a common knowledge at a -2.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. It's a big fucking mutant dude.
That's not fun. Alright.
All right, Joe Dog.
How many people are on that steam engine?
All of them are on the top
we
of the
can
train
tell.
now.
Okay.
It seems like the big dude and then maybe 14 other people or so. 15, somewhere in there.
Shit. Okay. Are there any, like, obviously, are there any weaknesses that I would know about, kind of engine sort of thing, that I could use as, like, a point to basically...
Well, now they're on top of the train. The steam engines are pulling
Gotcha.
off right now, right? You're still gonna try and shoot the steam wagons that are...
Wait,
Like,
they're
they just
pulling
rolled
off.
up and drove up, dropped the guys off. It's likely they're going to
on
try and
our
gain...
train.
Yeah, they're on your train. They're on the roof of the
okay.
train.
Oh,
You guys have the gunport windows. You don't have any access to... You can't see where they are right now. But yeah, there's clanking and footsteps on top of the train.
okay.
In fact, let me... Yeah, we can probably...
What
Let's
if we
see.
stop the engine and hide underneath it?
What? Probably not, no, honestly. Not to be that guy, but that's not gonna work, no. First of all, you'd have to gain access to the engine, you know, that's a whole thing.
Who's operating it?
That's an excellent question.
Would we know from the beginning of the trip? If anyone was
Nobody
operating it?
inquired. It could be Haggerty, it could be just a random conductor.
Okay.
Well, now where? Oh, there they are. All
If
right.
anybody at all, it could be an automaton.
It's so half these guys are named maze rats and half of them are named martial artists, but it gave them both M tokens. Frustrating.
Oh, okay.
All right, and you were on right hand side. All right, here we go.
Alrighty.
So, on the roof
Yep.
map, where are we? We're directly underneath all of them?
Yeah, they're on your car.
Okay.
Okay. Ah.
Alrighty. Man, I mean, if we're moving it, we could just push them off. So, it gives us an advantage if we're moving. I don't want to stop it.
We'd have to get out there with them.
Yeah, and I don't trust that big guy to... It's almost better if we can get him inside here. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should just stay in here at advantage.
But I think we gotta make sure they're not getting to Hellstrom's car. Because that's kind of why we're here. So,
Also, I mean, not to be the remember the helicopter with the bomb guy, but
yeah.
I mean, Jeremiah, you're a pretty good shot. Can you aim for that, and then we can try to hold off the people that are on us?
That's my plan.
I've got the steady hands perk, so I was gonna try and see if I can shoot him, which means I don't get a penalty for a moving object, like moving place. So, but
take a look
I
here.
haven't had very good luck shooting. But that's
Yeah, ignores unstable platform and movement. Yep. Yes, a -4.
So then maybe Joe can try and get that.
Red Petal Sue is the person you're targeting if you're trying to shoot the gyro.
yeah. But it's on the left.
How close is it to us?
It's looping back around, probably, I don't know, 50 yards away.
Okay,
It seems
so like,
agile,
if
but
the
not
blast-
maneuverable.
If the blast went off, it's not gonna drop off. What I'm.
No, it's coming back for a second pass that is definitely
so
going
we
to
gotta
take
get
out
it
the
before
engine.
it-
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go ahead and aim for it. Is it looping very crazy, or could I?
No,
if
just kind
would
of
it-
coming
does
back
it
around.
sound- Okay. So if I aim for it, would it give me? Does it sound like a logical?
Now, if you
advantage, or
aim,
like-
right, you'll spend this whole turn,
Exactly.
right, aiming, which will
Yeah.
which will count out all your negatives since you don't have the, because you have steady hands. So you'll just be taking the shot at flat dice if you aim for a turn. That being said, how many turns do we want this guy to line up his bombing run, you know? I'm not going to tell you how long it's going to take for him to get back. I'm going to make you guess
Gotcha.
at it. Suffice to say, it
um,
won't be 3.
So the only penalty against me right now is what is
-4 for the aim shot on the, if you're trying to hit the explosive.
okay.
Straight dice if you're just trying to take a pot shot at him, because, again, you don't have the unstable. I guess it'd be a -4 because of range, honestly, but...
But I've got my Winchester, and the long range is 96.
Okay, never mind, yeah.
Okay. So just -4.
Yeah, if you're trying to shoot the bomb specifically, yes.
I will just try and I'll just try and shoot him. Is that still at a negative?
No,
Shoot
flat dice. You
pilot?
don't have unstable platform. You just...
All right. I'm gonna just aim for the pilot.
Am I do it?
Huh?
Miss.
Wow. Okay. All right. Shit.
Jeremiah?
So I have to ace to hit this.
Yeah, difficult shot.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh, good. Good lord, so close.
That's so fucking close.
I would roll real shit on the other.
Right. Wham! Nothing. Hap Haggerty comes bursting out the engine room. You can't let that bomb hit us! And then seals himself in there.
Okay. Huh.
The gyrocopter loops back around, and it is now clear that if it gets another action, it'll be able to drop a bomb.
Yeah.
Character C, unnamed giant adversary, drops down on the back of the platform in between cars and is going to attempt to rip the door off the armor reinforced car.
Our car, right?
Yep. Oh, he does. He does that.
Bucket.
Oh.
That was a 25.
Damn, is that a
That's a D20.
12?
It's a
20?
D12 plus 2. Yeah.
Holy jeez.
The
Well,
steel reinforcement of the door crumbles. Just, you know, you can see his fingerprints embed in it. And he takes it off of the, back of the train and wields it as a shield.
Of course he does.
He's going to usher in the flight of people that will then,
oh,
Speaking of the flight of people, uh-oh. Man, these guys are agile. My God.
Yeah.
All 100 of them.
Get a pace roll. Oh, yeah. A martial artist comes tearing in, running at Joe, going, whoa, and spinning in the air.
Can we get an agility roll for running on him?
No.
I know.
But he does get the -2 for the multi-action. And he is
That's
going to
good.
attempt some martial arts against Joe Doggett. Missing.
Oh, thank you.
Broadly. Woof. The kick crackling through the air as it ruffles your hair and tilts your hat ever so slightly.
That is a big dice that you just missed on.
Yeah.
Eh. This guy will have a harder time running in there, probably. No, he won't.
Oh my god.
No, not at all.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa! That guy's not gonna do great there. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, no, because he can't tear that door off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You could try
Fortunately, they're all like wearing gis, you know, so. You know, all that years of martial training doesn't really help you against the bullets.
it. Yeah, but they're quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wait,
7,
fucker.
8. Oh man. Jeremiah, this one's in your face. His fist lashes out in a blur and misses because it was a blur. I mean, it wasn't, you know, it didn't have corporeal. It was so fast that it lost corporeal form and just turned into mist, which, well, badass looking. Not an effective combat stratagem.
Right.
Martial artist number 5 is gonna be, I'm quick as well. He's not that quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa! Oh yeah, that. And it's amazing that they're doing this with this hail of gunfire going. I mean, you know, counter assaults. You know, it's crazy. They're like commando. I can't paint the scene wonderfully enough. I mean, the wind's whipping past, this thing's rocking on the unstable terrain. These guys are clinging on, each one of them going, whoa!
Man.
Gary would be in good company.
Ugh.
Oh, my Gary. I miss that boy.
You could roll lower. Just
We're almost
Yeah,
through
you
them.
know. God, there's like 16 of these fucking.
There's a few.
Oh, dude.
Red Petal Sue and the Iron Dragon are not fucking around. You can't let Darius Hellstrom win the real wars. I remember you guys were like, there's gonna be a mama critter. No, there's gonna be 14 martial artists.
Yeah.
right.
And this is the first time you guys have ever fought martial artists, really, so it's fun.
Yeah. We just seen Gary in action. And now we're on the other side of it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting like Dead is Better flashbacks now.
Right?
Ah.
Me fucking too.
Yeah, you're just gonna throw the Brazzers logo on the bottom of this one.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Ah.
What will touch you guys?
Victoria, Valadez Roja, the train car is filled with martial artists, each one of you, them menacing you,
Blow your
menacingly.
heads off.
Well, hello. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Mm-mm.
Where the hell is my character sheet? There you are. She will take out her sweet, sweet cult peacemaker and hit martial artist number 4, hopefully for an actual hit.
Good gravy, don't hit me.
-2 due to an unstable platform.
At least it's not -3 with my Winchester.
Oh no.
Ah, yeah, you fire, and its fist lashes out and slaps the gun away.
Rawls like slaps the bullet.
Oh yeah, he catches the bullet, turns it around in the air, and flicks it. Yeah.
He grabs it with his 2 fingers and just...
Can you guess what he says when he deflects the gun?
Oh.
There you go. Delilah, you're up.
Alright, let's see. Lord. I'm gonna cast quickness on myself. Yep, that's what I have to do.
Roger. All right,
Alright.
let's see Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
There you go.
Oh.
Trey was a natural one.
Yeah, I got a Benny. I'm not using it as a red chip. I'm just using it as a reroll.
I'll take that, thank you.
Yep. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Oh!
Alrighty then. So I got the speed power of Jesus, and I am then going to try and shoot martial artist numero 4, and let's see how it works.
Pupils dilate, time slows down.
Get him.
Please.
No.
Woo!
It's okay. Alright, but that's my turn.
Yeah, was not a
Wait,
critical failure, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep where I am. Okay. Go ahead.
Maze Rat's turn.
What's the difference between these maze rats and martial artists?
They have firearms and cutlasses and are not skilled in martial arts.
Roger.
Speaking of Maze Rat number 1. Woof.
Oi, oi, oi.
Going to take up position there and aim at JD. Ran an unstable platform, -4. He is going to fire his Colt Thunderer at you. Lord of Mercy.
Oh.
Oh! Fires off even with the -4, striking you. For unharmed. Piercing your duster.
Thank God.
2d6 AP1 too. These guns are not fucking around.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. Colt Thunderer.
Mm-hmm.
Maze Rat number 2. Perfect running roll. Oh my god.
Jeez.
It's alright, get them all lined up for me.
Bam. He is going to take a shot at Joe Doggett. -4 for him on account of running in an unstable platform. They all seem Chinese, regardless of their martial arts prowess. That's a miss. Bloom.
Oh boy.
This one doesn't even have to run. He's just gonna waltz down here. And take a shot at Jeremiah at a -2.
No hitty.
Hey.
Yikes, Sirenscape is freaking out right now.
Yeah, you're kind of garbled yourself.
Yeah.
I think I'm having network issues suddenly here. I'm gonna stop the sound effects for a second. Am I still garbled?
No, it's a lot better now.
Yeah, it's Sirenscape fucking things up. That's good. That's good. I love that. $22 every 2 months. And we lost Leroy. You still here?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
But
There we
See,
go.
now this is where I need the dynamite. This
Right,
is-
No.
dynamite would have been useful here. That you could just blow everybody up.
Yeah.
All right, misses you.
Jeremiah.
Maze Rat final. Oh, not agility pace. What am I doing? There we go. Gets to go 7,
Yay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You say that until Joe gets shot at again.
No!
But at a -4.
I'm more agile than you, Delilah, so it's like... less
Broad
than
miss.
I have a better vigor score, though.
Oh.
Delilah gets the Joker.
Yeah!
Hey.
Alright, let's do it.
Delilah is also the only player to go before the gyrocopter goes.
I don't have a powerful gun.
We're just gonna have to take that gyrocopter. That's all there is to it.
I am gonna try and shoot at it.
You're gonna try and shoot at it.
At the
So
explosive.
you can call down miracles from on high, and you are going to try and shoot at the explosive with your... Okay, yeah, no, fair.
Well, no, I mean, I don't have damage spells as a blast. You only have heals and buffs or buffs. Don't get damage spells except for smite. So I can't use blast. I can't use those things because it's literally unavailable for a blast.
Sirenscape just sucks. That's
Trust
another
me,
song.
I wish it was the other way because I would be pulling a Eliza so hard.
Well, then
but,
you'd need power points because that shit would get ridiculous.
But yeah, I literally do not have any type of damage spell as a blessed. So, I don't know what to do.
You know,
Let
it's
me
just
check.
Sirenscape, period. Alright, we're out of sound effects for the rest of the night, which sucks.
Yeah, and I don't. My range, it's not in my range for my Colts. So, I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna just tell everybody to hang on and try and shoot the martial artist 4 again.
Yeah?
Because I literally can't do anything else.
Well, then, shoot martial artist 4.
Alright, okay. Sorry.
Man, I
Having
had a
some tech
really good
issues.
sound set, too. I know, everything seems to be falling to shit all of a sudden.
Hell yes.
Yeah, that'll likely hit.
I rolled it over the martial artist 4. I didn't do it in the combat tracker, though. That's the problem.
It's fine, hit with a raise.
Okay, and then damage.
Do gunshots hit? Yay. Yeah, 2 wounds. Yeah. He goes, fuck, I'm not a wild card either.
And then
Maybe in the future we'll wear vests, you know?
I'm gonna move up 1 and hit the martial artist right next to Joe with my second action.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'll just go to the one next to Joe, get that guy with my Colt.
Firing a Colt
Yep.
at unnumbered
Nope.
martial artist. Not likely, I'm afraid. Nope.
Nope. That's it.
That shouldn't be against his parry. It should be a 4 to hit.
It shouldn't
Right.
be against his parry, you're right. Let me make sure that...
Unless they have some crazy thing.
I'm not sure. I don't think martial arts extends your parry range. That's not my understanding of it. I haven't read a bunch of the rules because I've never played with anybody that was a martial artist. Let me check it out here.
From what I remember about martial
Opponent.
artists,
They never get a gang up bonus against them. He's armed even when he's unarmed. Yeah, nothing like that. No. So his toughness is 5 though. So no, it still doesn't
yeah,
hit.
so it still wouldn't.
Well, no, his toughness will be against the damage roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Hurt her, yeah. Shooting against 4, yeah. So that's a hit, yeah.
Okay.
And he is not, in fact, a wild card. So he is also shot dead.
All right, and then I'm gonna yell, "Hold on!" And that's my turn.
Hold
I used
on.
a Benny in order to get a better action.
You use a Benny in order to get a better action card. Okay. Drop that Benny.
I did. It's up there.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. Excellent. Let me deal you a new card. You're a 6 now. Congratulations.
I was a 6 before you gave me a...
You weren't a 3 before?
No.
Oh, well.
I'm still a 6, and I'm not
Yeah, he was right before Joe.
All right. I'll take the heat, I guess. I go into dodge mode.
Excellent. Excellent. Dodge mode. Yeah. Bullet time. The maze rats are gonna open
Lord.
fire on Jeremiah. -2 because of the unstable platform, but why is it parrying everything? And that's not even the right target. That's all right. You guys are not in close range. That's 6.
Oh.
That's yikes. That's a hit.
Ugh.
Cold touch.
Ooh.
Plugs you in the arm
Oh,
proper.
gosh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a flesh wound, you know?
Yep.
That's no
Okay.
biggie. That'll resolve itself here, for sure. And there's only 3 more of them with guns.
Gonna...
This one is shooting at Joe with his Colt Thunderer, and he misses. This one's gonna shoot at Jeremiah, seeing the success of his buddy, and having previously targeted him anyway. Oh,
Jeremiah
Jesus.
get
Oh,
to
good.
soak-
Oh, fucking what? Oh.
Hey, did Jeremiah get to soak the first one, or is he choosing not to?
I'm choosing not to.
Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure.
Well, that's probably good, because he was just hit with a raise, and yeah.
Ouch.
Let's see that damage.
He'll be fine. Everything's fine. Just another wound. You're a tough son of a bitch.
Mhm.
So, what actually happens
Uh-oh.
Oh, you some bitch.
is martial artist number 9 gets his back blown out.
My God. When your hero has been hit by an attack and there is another character within 5 inches and or 10 yards, the other character suffers the attack instead. This may be played on friend or foe. All right, well, that one
There you
is
go.
negated. Which martial artist did you say? 9?
Yeah, the one closest to me.
He did.
Now I'm out of tricks, though.
Good. Wait, no, what? No. Yeah, Maze Rat number 4. Here we go. He's gonna fire at Joe.
Okay.
So much gunfire going off in here and misses. Unstable platform saving
Oh,
y'all's
no.
asses. Red Petal Sue, however,
Yeah.
coming back around. What I'm going to need from everybody is an agility roll.
All right.
So you're dropping a bomb, yeah? I'm going to go ahead and use this fate chip to reroll that.
That's a good idea.
I don't know why you would. Excellent. So
Aw.
nobody takes a level of fatigue damage from bumps and bruises from the concussive blast rolling through the side of the train wagon. But it does rock the train over. It appears that Red Petal Sue has dropped their last bomb, however, and curses the ineffectualness of the assault and seems to be flying off now to menace you further, perhaps at another point with more character development and exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
But there's a train swarming with martial artists now that are hot for your blood. They're
Yeah.
They're hot for toddy.
There's a
1,
few
2,
less of them
3,
now.
4, 5,
Yeah, I got
6.
2 of them dead.
This martial artist is going to attempt his martial arts prowess against the wounded Jeremiah Ulysses Decker, lashing out with a fist hard as iron and striking him in the solar plexus.
No.
Yep. I have
Oh,
a
no,
parry
no,
of 4.
no, no, no.
Oof, dealing another wound. Shaking. They already shaken. Reshaking, yeah.
Come on.
Intra-shakening. Double shakening. It looks like Jeremiah's in for an ass whooping.
Why are you not soaking?
I only have 1 Benny. I will soak at the end.
Pace of 6, martial artist. My God. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woof, guys. Oh
We
my
have
God.
to gather around, guys, so we can get that gang up bonus.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you
7,
can't get gang up bonus on
9,
martial artists, but
10.
This
This one is going to try and punch the young
Damn.
Victoria Valadez Roja. And hits on a 2? Your parry
parry
is
that low?
2?
That's a spellcaster for you.
yep.
Oh fuck! Oh, it
You have high
is.
agility, you're fucked.
Holy mother of God. How are you alive? How have you... I just haven't been
That's
targeting
how
you with
Eliza was.
attacks.
No.
That's how Eliza was.
Oh, but you managed to resist with your toughness of 4? How are you alive?
Look, stop asking questions.
Holy Christ. Oh my God, that's another 6 on the pace, guys.
Oh my lord.
Swarming, just a
Oh.
veritable cornucopia, a horde of
This-
artists martial. This one is going to punch Joe Doggett again. Will attempt to punch Joe Doggett. Oh man, even with the gang up bonus, yeah. Joe's like, oh yeah, I've studied a little myself. You like my tiger style? You cannot defeat me.
She studied under.
I
She studied.
will best
She
you.
studied under the impeccable Gary.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lu Fang taught you everything he knew. Just get shit-faced and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
I mean, seriously.
There we go. That's just 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really, it's just a shooting gallery, you know? You guys, it's fine. Where is that one? What the shit? Where is martial? Oh, number 9. Oh, that's the one that we just erased because he died from a redirection. Okay, number 10. All right, 6. 6, not quite. So he's gonna have to run just wherever the fuck he wants. Pops over the sea here. We'll take his -2 to attempt to leap and kick at Joe Doggett.
Why are they after Joe?
She's in the front and misses again.
No.
Joe's like, plah, plah, plah. Seriously, Joe, what the fuck? I know. You rip out his throat with your eagle claw.
Oh, gosh.
Like, Victoria Valadez Roja.
Come on, Victoria.
Every time I hear that ding, I'm like terrified.
Towering over these diminutive Chinese
Yes.
gentlemen.
Towering.
You have half a foot on them. It's like Daryl Hannah in Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. They're getting upskirts right now.
Oh lord.
Gross. Well, now Victoria's peeved. I mean, they tried to punch her.
A bunch of
That
little
was annoying.
manlets. Yeah,
Oh god, I don't want to take negative. I guess her best thing is the Colt. That's -2 for movement, right?
Yeah, negative 2
unstable
unstable
feet, yeah.
platform, and they've got a parry of 6. So in that range, I mean, he's just gonna slap it away. But I mean,
can
it's
you
Deadlands,
heal?
so you can always try. Also, yeah, do you have any of your voodoo
Yeah.
Jesus you might apply
'Cause
to
you
the
might be able to-
dying Jeremiah?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I might as well not do that and do
He's
what I
like
meant to do.
shattered in half right now, just sitting there like
I have one wound before I'm dead.
one of his eyes is hanging out the socket. You're just like, maybe I'll fire in the air, point break style, to express my grief.
Exactly.
You've actually never had to combat heal before, so I mean, it's, you know.
I never had.
Well, I mean, there was an option, but you didn't pray, and then Eliza died.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That is very. We
Wow,
learned
sore
our
point much.
lesson.
So, let's get the voodoo healing roll for 3 power points.
And please make it good.
Please be good.
Well, fuck that. Victoria says no.
Why is
Ooh,
it
you
at
can roll a
negative
D6.
two?
Why is it at a negative? Yeah, not a negative 2 for the healing roll. That was the shooting roll, friend. So that was a 5. That
then
was a
never mind.
success. So
I
you have
take back
healed
my
1
Benny.
wound. No, you're. Yeah, I mean, you were free to roll it again and fail. I love that shit.
Nope. We're keeping that Benny, slipping that back into my boob pocket.
All right.
And
So,
if I want to do additional action, it's negative what?
well, it
Negative.
negative 2, but it would have been a negative 2 on the first action, too.
Okay, never mind.
It
We're
applies
good.
to him.
Yeah. You healed him. Everything's fine. He has 1 less wound. His eyeball sucks itself back up into his head. He's like, I wasn't kicked that hard after all. No, you were. You were. Oh, boy.
Did I
Inverted.
lose shaken as well, or no?
Not from a non-raise heal.
Okay.
I mean, maybe when your turn comes up you do, but...
Mhm.
But before that happens, this fellow that just happens to be named Chinese Ogre for some reason.
Ping.
No, thank
Wow. Yikes.
I'm thinking to move on. I was
Wow.
sorry.
Wayne. His name is Wayne. Thank you.
Okay.
He's a second generation immigrant. Wayne here is going to trundle forward. Much less slowly, I'm assuming. Jesus, really? Never mind. So first things first, gang. I am going to need all of you to make a guts roll as he enters.
Wow. Okay.
Alrighty.
He's a badass.
Nice.
Wonderful, 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 Victoria. I'm afraid you are shaken.
Victoria.
It is terrifying. I mean, he ripped the metal reinforced armored door off the hinges and is currently palming it and is holding an 8-foot-long pole arm in the other one. Has to literally push the door frame out with his arms to squeeze into the car. And is just a slavering hunk of 3-eyed tusks and meat.
So what? That's like a Tuesday night at a tavern.
I mean, 1 level is... No. Not here. No.
One level is not
No.
not hostile.
No.
It's unfriendly.
You cannot play to improve the initial attitude of an individual or group 1 level. No.
This is the first time I've seen him.
No. No.
All right.
Wow, Wang, though. Wayne, like Gretzky. Him and his brothers actually have the most combined Chinese checkers wins. Him with 3,752 and his brother Carl with 3. He's really good at Chinese checkers. Mahjong, that's probably more Chinese checkers, you know. It has Chinese in it, so it's authentic, right? But Wayne has entered the car and is unable to push past all the manlets. So is going to sit back there menacingly and shielded, awaiting his chance to advance. Jeremiah Ulysses Decker, congratulations to you. Remain shaken, sir.
No, I don't.
Oh, spending that Benny. Hoo-wee.
Last Benny.
I love it. Thank you, sir.
I am fanning the hammer.
Fanning the hammer.
So I got an edge since last time I fanned the hammer.
Uh-oh.
It's only a -2 instead of.
Oh.
All right.
So 6 shots, -2.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm gonna walk it down closest to.
All right, first shot.
Here we go.
Blam! Miss. Parried.
I think I dropped that on the dead guy.
This guy's the one you dropped it on, martial arts too?
Well, I just dropped another one, but it didn't hit the guy.
Right.
I guess 7 is the guy I'm looking for.
Yeah. 7 be next. That's a hit.
There we go.
Boom.
7. I got like a millimeter to actually touch him.
Right.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, no, 5 wounds. Yeah. You can see daylight through the back of his skull.
Let's get martial artist number 10 there.
Roger that. Martial artist number 10. Hit. Shaken. Just winged him.
Need to do more than that. 3.
Martial artist number 3.
Nope.
Missed. Boom.
Terrible.
Terrible. You can't always save the day with this one fucking move over and over and over. I mean, you know, it's not always going to work. God damn, sometimes it is, though. Martial artist number 6 is, you know, his memories are now a patina over his buddies.
And the guy behind Victoria.
Oof.
He's dead.
Yeah, he
Hell
did.
yeah.
And then.
And
Uh,
then.
Tell me if this works the way I think it works.
Yes,
should.
that will work in this situation.
Okay. So I'm going to motion to the ladies to move
Okay.
to the front or back, whatever it is.
Do
as a
you speak
defensive action?
Cantonese?
Yes. Let me get some Google Translate up here. None of them speak English.
This has no effect on beasts or other creatures that cannot understand the speaker. No, it's a Chinese. It's China, pretty much. Shanfran. It's a Chinese enclave for sure. This whole part of the country is China. You're in Chinese
shit.
California. Yeah.
What if I speak really slow?
Oh yeah. You big China man. No, I'm afraid that's not gonna solve the situation either.
All right.
Well, what if he uses Victoria's translator?
Well, that would be an excellent proposition if Victoria had the parlay card, wouldn't it?
It would.
What are the other adventure cards out here? Does anybody else have any adventure cards? We are drawing to the close of this evening's session. So were
I
you
don't have anything that will.
I mean, I've got the contact card. No,
I just have rally. That's it.
You guys need magic points, food, tent, or extra money, or a box of ammo. I'm your gal.
Now, contact point could maybe work, you know?
Yeah.
It could be that the, dead gentleman guarding the caboose opened fire on some people, eliminate some of the maze rats.
Yeah.
Or I could just, be wasting time.
I'm still going to motion for them to move back. And
probably wise, given the ass whooping these gentlemen seem capable of delivering, both ranged and in melee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nod at Victoria, like, thanks for taking care of me. And just kind of wave them to the other end of the train.
Fair. Noble. Joe.
Joe, I don't know.
I'm gonna play the contact card.
Yep.
Do I have to specify who, or
Your hero
is it-
finds a friend or acquaintance that helps him in the current situation. Turns out Dave, the milky-eyed bodyguard defending the caboose, opens fire from his armored position and eliminates the maze rats.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Plural?
Cool.
Yes.
All three of them.
4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
4.
All right. I mean,
Meaning there is nobody with ranged weapons
Cool.
remaining as an adversarial position against you.
Mm-hmm. All right, and again, to reiterate, you cannot gang up on these martial artists.
Yep, no, yep.
If I were to go fisticuffs to fisticuffs with these guys, like, do they get an advantage? Because, well, obviously
They always count
sitting
as
here-
armed. They have a parry of 6, which is pretty high. They're skilled melee
Yeah.
combatants, but there's no, like, trickery where they'll be able to counter you or something like that. They'll just be hard to
Okay.
hit. At least these
Okay.
martial artists. Now, there's some styles that people can learn that do all kinds of wacky supernatural shit, but these guys are just, they're wearing black belts and
Run-of-the-mill.
karate uniforms.
Gotcha.
They all look
Okay.
the same. They're non-distinct, They're the ninjas attacking the good intention.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Gotcha.
Probably the same
Okay.
stunt guy over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
But we need a plan. TikTok.
Yeah. Joe's gonna grab her, use the Bowie knife and try and like,
Stab him?
punch
Alright.
them.
Let's
Yeah.
get
Kind of shaking at me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm aiming for 10.
Yep, no. Slaps it away.
Alright, yeah. That's it.
Professor Hap Haggerty says, I think the gyrocopter is left. Take care of those in the train.
Yep, we're on it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, gosh. It's Wayne's turn.
It is Wayne's turn.
Can we play adventure cards at any time?
Yep.
Yep.
I want to play my last adventure card.
Alright.
It's Rally. I got the shaken status off of Victoria.
Delilah Abbott cannot play any more adventure cards. Wait, why would you have had 2 adventure cards? You were only
I
supposed
don't know.
to have 1.
I just had 2 in my thing. I didn't know.
Oh, weird. Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, one a game, I'm afraid.
Okay,
unless
sorry,
you're-
I didn't know.
Unless your mic is
Yeah, for some
edges.
reason it gave me 2, so.
Hey, I got bad luck for that.
Yeah,
just
I had
playing
2
into it right
too.
Woof. So this fellow has a massive bladed polearm with reach on it.
Ooh.
So he is going to be able to make an attack roll against Joe Doggett. It's literally called Massive Polearm.
Yeah.
It comes lancing through the air, blade whistling, and he misses.
Atlanta.
But he has multi-attack. No, he doesn't.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that hurt.
Victoria Roja, you are no longer shaken.
Yay for me.
Run away.
Run away, run away.
Jeremiah, no.
Run away.
Leave me.
No. I have
We're
to
not
play
leaving you,
into my
bud.
hindrances. I can't help it. I've
We're
got
not leaving
2 that will not allow me to leave you. I don't think you get it.
If your new character dies before I even finish her art,
I'm gonna be so mad, but that's the show. It's
Jeez Louise.
TikTok.
Fuck
Quickly.
it.
Quickly.
Yeah, she will. She can shoot and then run, right? Or is that
Yes. Well, you can shoot
Okay.
and then move. If you run, you're declaring a multi-action, which means it's a -2 to your shoot.
shoot and then move?
Shoot and move and shoot. You can break up your move, shoot, move.
You can only
Move, shoot,
your
move.
pace.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
only move your pace. If you run, if you roll the pace die, then it's a -2 because you take the multi-action penalty.
Okay, so that means just move. Right now, I can only move 6.
Yes.
Swigoo.
if you get behind
Perfect.
me, I can at least help fend things off.
TikTok.
Yeah, she does that. She moves. She will skedaddle out of there.
All right, well, skedaddle to the position you are skedaddling.
Is this good? Is that my pace?
That's 5 from there. Yeah, that's within. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you can go further if you have.
You
I
can
don't know
go
what
one
your
more
pace
back
is.
if you wanted to, even.
Sure. Solid
right.
that.
And are you gonna shoot, or is that it?
Yeah, let's shoot.
All right, take a shot. Mind you, Jeremiah and Delilah and Joe, depending on where you shoot, are all in the line of fire. A failure on this roll would result in you shooting one of them.
Critical failure?
Critical failure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I
Not
have
just-
I have a stuffed blue Benny down my shirt, so we're
Critical
gonna
failure.
hit martial artist 3.
All right, let's go. Let's see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
Victoria.
Hit with a raise. Let's get
Go,
that
girl.
damage. Fires right over Delilah's shoulder. And wounds him, killing him.
Nice.
Dude.
Shakalaka.
Ooh.
Excellent. Martial artist number 2 is going to martial arts Jeremiah again.
Only makes sense.
Oh, and miss. Finally.
Ooh.
His prowess is waning. Martial artist number 8 is going to walk up and martial arts Joe. Hoo-yah! And ooh, miss, because
Ooh.
she's putting up a scrap here. Martial artist number 10 becomes unshaken and will
Wow.
martial arts against Joe. Oh,
Oh no.
No.
this one
oh,
plugs
shit.
her, hitting hard, man. She thought she had him taken care of. He snapped out of it. Got a lucky shot in there. Let's see what this does to Joe Doggett. Are we going to kill her in 2 shows back to back?
Okay.
Ooh, just a wound. Rings your bell a little. Puts you on your back foot. But doesn't like kill you. Yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Professor Happ leans out and says, "No, seriously, we need to get rid of these people. It's critical."
Get her shit.
Jeremiah.
Some bitch.
Guys,
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
bastard.
And it's all against the big guy.
All 6 shots into the big guy. So I'm assuming you'll have to stop and reload both of your pistols now since we've been counting ammo.
Well, if I were to shoot after I empty this one, I would have to reload both.
Yes.
Because the other one is empty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hit.
Huh. Come on.
He's got a huge toughness, though.
Well, yeah, but we just got to do the best we can. Okay, 11. We can make that happen. We can make an 11 happen. I know what I'm going to do on my turn now.
Wow.
The dice.
He's
It's
laughing
exciting.
at you.
Come on, height dice. Hot. There you go. There you go.
No,
Shoot him.
that one hit him in the forehead.
Come on, you big son of a bitch.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Damn it.
Swing.
2 more to go.
Good lord.
There you go.
Bam.
Come on.
Come on, damage. If he's already shaken, it gets shaken again. He takes.
He will take a wound, assuming he doesn't have... And he does not. But you know what's going to happen here? He's going to roll vigor.
Mhm.
I don't like the idea of him being wounded just yet. Well, it doesn't matter what I like.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Boom.
Is he a wild card?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Thank the Lord.
Can I take my last shot
Yes.
at one of these martial artists? Okay. Sure.
Winged him.
Big
But-
guy should be dead.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
dead. Yeah, he's gone.
Ah,
I'm
good.
just...
He's dead?
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
a wild card, so he only has
Yes.
one wound.
All right.
And with that, we're just going to, oh man, you shot the rest of the martial artists because it's after 11. Yay, we won the conflict. Yay, everybody, yay.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yay.
So rules going forward, just stall if it's looking real
Yeah.
bad.
Exactly. Just
No,
stall.
had you not killed the ogre, we would have kept going until that transpired. But these guys are, you know, they're rudimentary. And they're mostly wounded and shaken at this point. I'm staring at them and it's... But you guys are pretty fucked up too. But that's where we're going to leave it for the evening. Next week, we will come to the outskirt of the city of Lost Angels and meet the Reverend Grimm and his entourage. Have you guys had enough of Trains and Reverends yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Enough.
That's too bad because the story really develops and
Great.
you might find yourselves with some new perspectives on some allies.
Mm-hmm.
But we will find that out then. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We hope you enjoyed the show despite our technical difficulties. We will be back Friday evening for our Zombie Apocalypse live stream, which we are actively recruiting for after the death and loss of Sean McCrae. If you are interested in becoming a cast member and role-playing yourself Friday nights, then join the Discord using the link below the Twitch channel here and send us a message and we will, vet you for non-douchiness and see if you're ready for prime time. But from the League of Gentlemen Explorers to yourselves, may your dice always roll hot. Have a great night, guys. Thanks again for watching.
Bye.
See you later, y'all.
Bye.